Assalamu alaikum guys. I'm Mohammad Faisal with new SAP ERP video on my YouTube channel Harkat Mein Hai Barkat. So this video is related to materials management process in SAP ERP. So hopefully you people are watching my videos and you people like it, and it will be inshallah helpful for you, those people who want to learn SAP ERP and they are somewhere working on it and they want little tips and tricks how to do it. So my preferences are always to create these videos in a as shortest possible time so that you can spend less time and you can get what small things that you need to know through this video. So far I have prepared three videos. This is the fourth one that is related to materials management process. This is another very important process. So far I have created two videos related to sales distribution, and sales distribution, is always related to the customer. But when we are talking about materials management, it comes under the area of supply chain, because manufacturing people, the unit who is involved in manufacturing, they are going to coordinate with the vendors for getting the raw material or supplies. So today we are going to perform this exercise. My students, I usually prepare these videos for you before coming to the class or before performing the exercise. These videos are for you as an extra, as an help to be familiar with the environment. And for my viewers, my good viewers who are giving very good response to me, for you this is again another gift for you. You can see it, and you can whatever things you want to know, you can know related to materials management module process in this video. So let's start. But before starting, what I'm going to do, I'm going to share with you what are the main things that we do in this exercise. So first, create purchase order, then create good receipt for the purchase order, then invoice receipt creation, and then lastly the mainly 4 points are there. Fourth one is the post payment to the vendor. So this is the whole process. That first, what happened? You will prepare a purchase order and send it to the vendor. Then what vendor will do? Vendor will create a good receipt for the purchase order and deliver that item to you. And with that delivery, what happened? They will create invoice receipt and they deliver that invoice receipt to you, and on the basis of that invoice receipt you will pay to the vendor. So the fourth step will be posting the payment. So we are going to start these this exercise now. So the first point, that we need create purchase order. So for creating purchase order, what we have to do, we have to go to into logistics. Under the logistics we have material management. Under the material management, we have purchasing. Under purchasing, we have purchase order. Under purchase order, we have create. And under create, we have vendor supplying plant known. Vendor supplying plant known, the first option. Sorry. Now you can see this video, this screen is open. Now in this screen, what you have to enter and where. Let's see what data you have to enter. Now they are saying in the vendor field, you have to find by using F4 the protective gear. This is the name of the item, and you have to search it through Atlanta City and double click on it, and then you can go and perform other activities like you have to do the create purchase order. But again, I will tell you that if you know the data, what you should do, try to enter that data by yourself. For example, they are saying you have to enter US00 for the purchasing organization and N00 for the purchasing group and US00 for the company code. So where are these details? Maybe if we expand this, no, maybe this one. Okay. So what we have to do as per the suggestion says we have to go to the purchase organization, purchase group, and company code. We have to enter these things. So here it is delivery invoice by default. What we have to do, where we have to go to organization data. In the organization data, we have to enter this detail. Purchase organization is US00. Purchase group is N00. Make sure it is 00. Okay. And capital small doesn't matter. And company code is also US00. Then what next? They are asking us to enter, press enter. So when you press enter, they are asking us to enter the vendor. Now what you have to enter in the vendor field. Now here mostly what people do, they put vendor number here. No, this is wrong. This give you error. Little bit this is confusing, but make sure when you are entering the vendor, you have to enter here. And they are saying you have to search the vendor, and for that they said you have to put your 3-digit GBI number. They are asking to enter triple hash. But you know, wherever you will find triple hash, you have to remove it and put your GBI number. So my GBI number is 500. I am putting that GBI number 500. What they are asking us to search this term to search the vendor. Instead of entering here 500, I will press F4, and in F4 what will happen? A window will open, and in that window in search term I will type 500, and then a long list of vendors are there. Now what they are saying, check with the city, that is Atlanta. So where is Atlanta? Here. Can you see Olympic protective gear that is given in the exercise and Atlanta? Okay, so I will select this one. Now what happened? The vendor is there. You can see in this vendor number 500 is from GBI and 101 is for the number sequence of vendor. So this is how it is defined. Now what next they are asking us to enter? Now we have to go into that place where we can enter the item and the price and the quantity of that item. So what we will do, we have to go to here. Sometime what happen? It is like this. Sometime it's like this. So if it is like this, you have to expand and you should have this screen, because over here what you will do, in the material you will type the material number. So in the exercise they have given what is the material number. It is OHMT. Now remember again, it is not case sensitive. It's up to you whether you put capital or small. OHMT1 and then your GBI number, because they are saying you have to do it like this. But as you know, we have to replace this with GBI number. And then PO quantity. So PO quantity is 60. And then 2 weeks from today, the delivery date. So whatever the delivery date is today, what we will do, we will put it 2 weeks later. Okay. As you know, I used to put the date from calendar. Then net price, they are saying 25. So here you don't need to put dot 00, just put the number. Why? Because in the SAP nomenclature, sometime what happen, comma and dots are used in different places. So that's why my way to do it, I just put the number if there is no decimal required. So decimal will come automatically. Then they said you have to put the plant MI00. MI00. Okay. And the currency is USD. So if currency is not showing here, I think this is the currency. No. So currency maybe will come automatically. It's coming automatically. Okay. Now they are saying you have to enter the second, that is RHMT1, and then again it is saying it has to be like this, but you will replace this by your GBI number. My GBI number is 500. Then the quantity they are saying is 150. Okay. And the date they are saying again 2 weeks later. It is given in the exercise. And the price for this item again 25. And the plant will always be MI00 here. And then what is required further? After entering this data, you will just press enter. And when you press enter, what happens? You can see again the document is crowded with the data. Even that data that you did not enter is also showing. Now just in an exercise, what they are, this is for my students. They are asking go to condition tab and see what is the purchase order price and this and that. So you can go to the condition tab and see what are the price. So they are asking you to compare the price 5250, and the other two prices are 1500 and 37,750. So this you can see from here. So again, if you go to organizational data, it was just reviewing, nothing more than that. Now what you are going to do here, you are required no more thing in this step. So what you will just press save, and remember, be careful at this stage when you press save, a document number will be generated that you have to note down. Okay, so that document number, now I'm going to press save. So document number is generated. You can see at the bottom of the screen 45, then several times 0, then 665. So I think 5 zeros are there. 4 5, 5 zeros, and 665. So far the exercises I have done with you, you can see every document that you generate has a different serial number or sequence number. Like some document number starts with 1, some starts with 2, some starts with 3, some starts with 8. This is starting with 4. So this is what you can call it, the strength of SAP ERP, that you can even, what you can do, you can even determine with the number that which type of document it is. Okay. Okay. So we'll go out from this This is done. This step is done. Now what you have to do, you have to go to the next step. And what is the next step? If I show you, the next step is this: create good receipt for purchase order. So for this, what you will do, you will go to this logistics, materials management, inventory management. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just close this tab. Now inventory management, and under inventory management, then goods movement, and in goods movement, what you will do, the next thing is good receipt, and in goods receipt, what you will do, it is for GR for purchase order MIGO transaction. So MIGO transaction is there. Now see, we'll just repeat: logistics, materials management, under inventory management, we have goods movement, and under goods movement, they are asking to go for goods receipt. So goods receipt, under goods receipt, that is for purchase order, and for purchase order, that is a GR for uh, MIGO. So GR for purchase order is this one. Okay, so we will click this one. Okay. Why I used to take little time over here to go into the transaction, because we have to be very sure that we are in the correct place. I think we are somewhere wrong, because the screen should be something else. It is saying display, so we don't need display. Let's go out. So again, logistics, materials management. Let me just close all of them. Logistics, materials management. Let's close this purchasing also. Under materials management, what is required? We required inventory management. So under inventory management, what we need? We need goods movement. So under goods movement, what we need? Under goods movement, we need goods receipt. So goods receipt. Under goods receipt, what is required? For purchase order. And for purchase order, what else we need? We need GR for purchase order. So see, now we are on the correct transaction. So it happens. Don't worry, it happens. Make sure you are at the right place. Okay. So because now it's saying goods receipt purchase order. Okay. So now in this step, what is required? That you have to make sure that on the first screen here, it has to be written goods receipt, and on the other one it is purchase order. So by most of the time these two options are coming automatically, but if it is not, select and make sure here it should be goods receipt and here it should be purchase order. Then what they are asking, next thing that you will do, you will enter your purchase order from the previous exercise, where you will put this number over here. So what was my purchase order? It was 45, then 5 times 0, 665. And then what they are asking, press enter. When you press enter, what happen? Automatically the data from the purchase order will come. Okay. Now what they are asking, you have to click on OK and you have to enter the storage location as EG00. These are the two things you have to do here. Sometime what happen in the exercise, you see this problem that one of the row is highlighted and other one is dim like this. So for this, there is a trick. I'm telling you the trick, and it is also mentioned in the exercise. If a line is grayed out, minimize the item detail data by selecting this. So where is the item detail data? Here is the item detail data. Where is the item detail data? Here. And what they are asking, maybe just minimize this. And what they are asking, uh, detail data. Yes, so they are asking minimize this item detail data. So we just minimize it. So you can see now this row is available. It's enable. So this is a trick. Sometime it happens. Mentioned in the exercise also. So what we do, we will click on both. OK. And now they are asking to enter storage location as TG00. So again, this TG is not case sensitive. You can put capital or small, either. Now, what next they are saying? Just press save. Over here, for save, it is like what you can call it, a post option is there. So both meaning same. So when you press post, again another number will be generated. So now this is a document, goods receipt document generated with the number 5 and I think 6 zeros and then 520. So you can see this is the detail. Okay, this is the number for the document. So second step is done. Now what next we have to do? We have to do the third one, create invoice receipt from the vendor. Now you have to create the invoice receipt. By the way, whatever the activities we are doing in one exercise, it is the responsibility of different departments and different people do these things. Like for example, purchase order has been done by a company, someone in the company, and then the goods receipt document will be generated from the vendor side. This is something very important. We are learning this software. That's why what we are doing to understand the whole process, we are performing multiple jobs. But when you are working in the industry, you are responsible for one specific task. If you are working in a manufacturing company and you are responsible to do the purchases, so you will only create purchase order. Okay. So you can see in this case that the goods receipt will come from the vendor and similarly the invoice receipt will also come from the vendor and post payment will be done by the manufacturing company because once they clear the payment they will post in their accounts. So now we are going to do the third activity, that creating invoice. So let's go there and see which steps we have to do. Logistics, materials management, logistics, invoice verification. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to close this purchasing, close all this so that it should not be confusing. And we need materials management, so close inventory also. So under the materials management, we need logistics invoice verification. So with logistics invoice verification, what we are going to do, the next thing is document entry. And in document entry, what we will do, will have enter invoice, the first option. So in enter invoice, now what next we have to do, we have to enter today's date. So here We will enter today's date. Then invoice date we have already entered. Now they are saying put this text invoice 00123 and then dash and then your GBI number in the text area. So where is the text area? So text area is here. So what we are going to do now, this is given in the exercise. We are not doing anything from our side. Invoice 00123 dash, then they are saying 3 hash. So again, you will replace this 3 hash with your GBI number. My GBI number is 500. Okay. And then they are saying you have to enter the total amount, and that total amount where you are going to enter. But before that, here you have to enter the amount 5250. Again, I am not putting any comma, any dot, anything. Why? Because system will take it automatically. Sometimes what people do, they try to put these numbers with whatever the commas and all they are given, so the system will take it wrongly. So when you are entering the numbers, make sure you just enter number. Don't put any comma, nothing. If any number is decimal like 10.5, then you will type 10.5. Otherwise, if number is a whole number, don't put any comma, any dot. Okay, this is a point to be noted. Then what they are saying, you have to select text code, that is XI. So where is the text code? Text code, let me search. Where is the text code? Here, I think. Yes, text code, that is XI. Okay, and then what else we have to do? Total amount we have entered already. We enter the text code. You can enter these things. Now what they are saying, then choose purchase order scheduling agreement in the bottom drop down list and enter your PO number. So where is the bottom drop down list? This is a purchase order scheduling agreement. Okay, and here what you have to do, they are saying you have to enter your purchase order number. So what was my purchase order number? 45 and 5 times 0 and 665. Now after doing this, what they said, you just press enter. Now what you can see, the data is uploaded in the screen, and you can see at the top the balance showing is 0. Now what they are saying, if you have done everything correctly, this balance should be 0 with the this value should be green. Over here it is showing black. So let's see what is the problem with this. We will see this. And you can see when you have this problem, if you try to post it, it may create a problem. See, it is saying enter text jurisdiction code. Now, text jurisdiction code is something that you have to enter here. You have to actually find out what is that code. This is little bit tricky, but if you click here, you can find that code. I think that code is FL something, FL and so many zeros, 7 zeros I think. This data is not mentioned in the exercise even. So this actually I found out. 7 zeros are there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's put one more. So see, once I put the correct text code, you can see here the number has been generated. So this is our third document that is uh, related to inventory. The third step that we have done. I just forget the title. Create invoice. Okay. So I'm going to note down this number 5105600 361. So this is third step we are done. Now let's see what is the fourth one, and this will be the last one, because now in this step what happened, the payment will be posted. So post payment to the vendor, this will be the last step that we will do. So I have to go out from this transaction. The last step, again, this step is related to accounting. So far whatever we have done in the logistics, last step is accounting. So under accounting, this is financial accounting, and under financial accounting, now it is accounts payable. Remember in our previous exercise, it was account receivable. Why? We are selling item to the customer. Here we are purchasing item from the vendor. So this is a difference. So under accounts payable, document entry, under document entry, okay. So where we were, accounts payable, document entry, then outgoing payment. Where is the outgoing payment? Here, little bit down. Under the outgoing payment, we have post. Okay, so after clicking on the post, now we are on this screen. So here we have to enter some data, and that data first enter today's date. So we will enter today's date. Remember again what I do? I do not type the date, I just take it from the calendar. Then company code is US00, it's already there. Currency USD already there. Now the bank account 100,000 has to be put as a bank account. So where is the bank account? Here under the bank data. Yes. Okay, so it is 100,000. Okay. Then amount 5250. Again, I am not putting any dot or any comma. Okay, just okay. And then what they are asking, now they are asking under the open item collection, search for the account number for your Olympic protective gear. Account number here. So here, what they are asking, search for it. So if you are little bit clever, what you can do, instead of going for the search, put the vendor number that you have used. Remember, it was 101 500 for me. For others, it will be different, like 101 501 101 502 101 510. Okay, so be smart. Instead of searching, you can put your number 101, and actually it will be like this 101. So this will be replaced with your GBI number, as we have found this vendor number in our first step. Okay. Now what next they are asking, you have to make sure on this screen this is none. Over here standard is selected, standard OIS, and account type should be K. And now what they are saying, you will click on process open item. Now this is again a problem we are receiving, that 100,000, the account, general ledger account, this problem we are receiving, item were selected. Okay, now what they are saying, if you get this, and the success means if under the not assigned activity, if it is coming 0 0.0, means whatever the number assigned and amount enter is equal, and if it is showing 0 0.0, if not, what you will do, you will double click here. But right now it is showing, so it is good that whatever you have done has been done correctly. Now the only thing left in this step, you will just press post and document number should be generated. See, now the document number is generated. 15, and then I think 5 times 0, then 186. So this is the accounting document generated. Now what you can see here, all these 4 steps are done. The last step is just related to display the vendor line items. You can do this step by yourself. I'm not going into that detail because I don't want this video to be more long. So that's it for from my side. This is materials management exercise, and major we have 4 steps in this. And for my students, now I have 2 messages. One for my students, that whenever you are going to start the exercise, I will suggest you that this video I have made for you as an extra, so that it will help you out. If you see that video before attempting, it will give you a quite clear idea how things happen. Okay, and even if you do not see this video, no problem, you can solve it, and when you stuck somewhere, then you can see the video, no problem. But what I suggest, to be smooth, because right now the limitation with this online classes, that if you are facing any problem, you have to fix it by yourself at home. Sometime it's a problem with your internet, with your laptop, or with your Wi-Fi or any other thing. So mostly we can't do anything with it. So what I suggest, you go through the video, then perform the exercise. Okay. Although uh, other than this video, I'm solving these exercises with you during the class as well, right? Lab classes. But it's an extra, what you can call it, a gift for you, so that you can do the things smoothly. And for my viewers, what you can do, you can go through this exercise. Again, I will repeat, with this exercise, you need to have the data or the steps available. But if you do not have it, what you can do, you can see this video and record that which activity can be done from where. So thank you so much for being with me, and hopefully, inshallah, I will prepare few more videos related to all these SAP ERP processes. Till then, Allah Hafiz, goodbye, take good care of yourself. Allah Hafiz.